meet you. I have a question. Like, you could have picked any car. Why the AE86? I think so. Everybody knows the answer, but still, we want to know from you, especially.
That's
Was it the Drift King that basically inspired you? Initial D, for example. What was the story behind selecting this car and not any other car?
a great question, but let me ask you a question.
Okay.
If the star of this film, Lola, her name is Lola,
Yeah.
was a car, and the movie you know is about drifting, who would you cast? What car would you cast?
Oh, okay. I have to be loyal to what I drive, an Acura. But I have like so many of these like sitting on my computer desk. Yeah, either one of those, an E86 or a Acura NSX would have been really great.
NSX?
Yeah,
Acura NSX?
yeah,
Wow. Well, well, when you ask like why the Hachiroku A86 Lola as the star of the film is for anyone that knows initially those Japanese car culture, JDM car culture, pop culture, manga. If you're gonna make a movie about drifting, who is the ambassador? What car is the ambassador of that world? And it would be the Hachiroku. You take a picture of her with sunset with this camera. You don't need me. It's a poster, right? You don't need me. You want me, but you don't need me.
You know, the thing that's really interesting for me about the Toyota Corolla A86 is really, I feel like when it came out, it was kind of unloved. Like it's kind of a, to be honest, an ugly car, but it's grown on everybody. Here, hold it.
No, you were just telling me the story that rather than shipping this car, people just,
So there's a the interesting thing about traveling with Sung all over the world promoting this movie is that there's so many different versions of this car now. How many are there?
Count them, shall we? We have Las Vegas, Chicago, New York, Dusseldorf, we have Jakarta, Taiwan, China, Japan, South Africa, New Zealand, of course, London, Sonoma.
So there's basically there's so many different versions of this, and it's not like you're shipping this one. This is the actual movie picture car, right? This is one of them.
We want to also give credit to Magnify because they are shipping the cars where we can. Anytime we're in the United States, they bring logos out so we can introduce you to the star of the movie. But in countries like Poland or Germany, they ship these cars, so we just don't have the resources for that. So, car community throughout the world, we put the bat signal out. Anybody know a red Hachiroku Treno that we can use for poster shoots, video content, social media stuff in the city that we're visiting. And all of a sudden a FOLA shows up, a fake FOLA.
Well, I just love the fact that you put it out there and then they build it the best they can to their best abilities, right? Like the one that we saw in Jakarta, this car was never available in Indonesia. And so they bought this rust bucket for $40,000, basically this bare shell. And they built it from the ground up just in 1 month, just so you can drive it around Jakarta in Indonesia, which is so cool. That's really the car community coming together to promote this thing that, honestly, in my eyes, when I see something like this trailer, I think it's like car community, the car culture community that I grew up with. It's like we're finally there. We're finally on the silver screen. We're finally grown up, and it's just so cool to see it front and center like this.
Thank you.
so I have both a question and a realization from the trailer. So in the trailer that you just showed us, I saw that you have both Beast of the Bay, Matt Field, and Adam LZ in there. My question is, is how and why they do it, aside from it being about car culture.
Again, honestly, if you're gonna make a movie about drifting, you recruit the people in the community. I'll speak for Adam Halsey, that I feel like he is, in a way, the voice of the young generation, young drifters in America. So we asked um, Adam if he would be a character in the film, basically playing Adam Halsey, four-time world drift champion. So he just needed to look brooding, sexy. That was the direction I gave him, more sexy. We need more sexy from the mustache.
Hello. First off, I just wanted to say, like you also touchy, so shout out to my Bay Area Koreans. I wanted to ask, how much of Han's character did you channel for this movie?
I wanted to stay away from Han in Drifter. So I did intentionally give a physical attribute that makes Tree, the character Tree, very distinct. You won't be thinking about Han. Also, character Tree is not snacking and doing stuff like that. He doesn't have much. Han has a lot of money. Tree lives in a garage with his car on the floor, so much different. And yeah, that's the thing about the fast stuff, is that it at times can get somebody typecast. But as I get older, I'm so grateful for what Han has allotted me throughout the world. I've been able to hang out with people from all over the world, and the icebreaker is fast and on, and we can start talking about your car and other life things. It's pretty beautiful, and so how much did I channel and put in the film? I wouldn't say Han is there, but maybe Han similarities, like Han is a conduit, a person that gathers other passionate car people in his garage, maybe to do things they shouldn't be doing. But that is, the community is if there's anything from Han that I try to infuse into Drifter, it would be that there is a sense of strong community.
Hello. I just want to say, first of all, I'm a really big fan of you and what you're doing, and I really look forward to this movie. But I have a question. So you mentioned initial D earlier. Is this movie a way to test the waters first, and then maybe a potential initial D movie?
I don't know if the world's ready for initial D. I don't know if I can do justice. I'm a fan of the manga, but maybe it would be better to do a limited series, maybe 3 seasons, to really stretch it out and get 13 hours. To do it in a feature film, like 2.5, it's tough, right? Live action. But hey, I don't know. We shall see. We can never say never. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. If I could, spearhead something like that, it'd be a dream come true.
Hi, so back to what Vivi was saying, as sort of promoting toy culture, as a physical for my school's toy club, what advice do you have as someone young trying to promote the same culture that you already have done? That's a great question. I think just do what you can. You're already out here at this sort of event. You can invite some friends to expose them to this culture. You can build cars the way you want to build them or what you can afford. Oftentimes, my favorite cars to feature are the $500 garage built cars. It's not the $1 million cars. Sorry, Jeff. I like I like the cars in this parking lot. You know, I'm gonna have the best time walking through all of these builds and hearing all these personal stories and uh, how you saved up for this part or how you modified this to make it your own. I think that's what makes car culture great. It's not about, you know, fancy cars that are Lamborghinis or Ferraris or whatever. Yeah, they're great. Also, you can enjoy that too, but it should be open to everybody.
Yeah, open to everybody. I think, you know, as you get older too, you're a caretaker or the gatekeeper for these communities. You know, just make sure that you make people feel welcome and be brave and go out into these events and ask questions. There's a lot of folks out there that want to, you know, tell you about their car and what they put into it. I think, you know, the key is the younger generation to carry this torch. There's a lot of old timers here that are more than happy to like overshare, overtalk. Every car guy wants to tell you about their car all day and night, every day, all day.
I think we're one more. All right, yeah, cool.
Alright. Hello. As you can see, I am a big Corolla fan, but I want to wonder and ask you, how many people do you think this is going to inspire? Like, you know, since like, in my opinion, car culture has been in this odd spot right now for like the modern industry. And like, with this movie, I think it can change a lot of things because, well, it's a drifter movie. And it's one of the biggest aspects in the car community, and I just want to know, what will it do to the world when it's released?
That's a huge question. What will this movie do to the world when it is released? The whole world will say, this is the best movie. To the skies and say, why? Why has this movie been made? Curse my heart. Well, look, at the end of the day, guys, it's just a movie. We up here, all of us here are blessed that we get to partake in a community and a hobby where so many folks don't get that opportunity. So at the end of the day, what do I want it to say to the world is that in a time that we're being programmed to look for differences and find why we should not like each other, you know, when we get on these grounds, it doesn't matter where you're from, what your politics are, what your church is, we're all the same. We all love something. You know, we're all in the same community. So I hope that's what the movie says, that there's still a reason in the community that welcomes all the folks, and we all love the same stuff, and we need each other. So that is the basic impact. At the end of the day, it's just a movie, but it would be great if this was the best car movie ever made.
Okay, everybody, look over there. In about a minute or so, something's gonna happen. Sung is gonna tell us what's gonna happen right now, but it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
Very cool. I would love to introduce you to Daijiro Yoshihara, legendary Formula Drift champion. He is the Formula Drift Hall of Fame of 2026. And he will come out with Lola 2. Lola 2 is the LS3 fully competitive drift car that is
Sounds like it's stalled out. It's rolling. Yeah. Yeah,
Someone fell. Yeah.
it's out of commission. We back up? Are we back up now? That's crazy. We back in the sticks? Should we pass everybody?